The PlayStation 5 UI has been revealed, so let's go over 9 of the biggest changes. Number 1. The game is always front and center. The PS5 UI has received a complete overhaul, and the most noticeable change is the literal emphasis on your game being front and center. Once you boot up the PS5 from rest mode, your game will be up and running from wherever you last left off, accompanied by the all-new control center. Whether you're scrolling through recent activity, joining chat rooms, sharing screenshots, or checking the news, it all occurs overlaid on the game you're actively playing. Meaning, your gaming experience isn't being entirely interrupted by the console forcing you into another menu like the PS4 currently does. Number 2. The Control Center. Pressing the PlayStation button now brings you to the PS5's Control Center. Previously with the PS4, tapping the PS button would bring you out of the game into the PS4's home screen. If you held it, it'd bring up the quick menu, where you could check notifications, friend lists, and all that jazz. This time around, pressing the PS5's PS button no longer interrupts the game, but brings us to its new card-based UI. Instead of having to navigate either the home screen or quick menu, everything you want to accomplish, from checking on your friends list to going over game activity or looking at notifications, happens in the control center using cards. It's time to say goodbye to the home and quick menu from the PS4 altogether. Number 3. Cards. Cards are a new and major integration into how we'll be navigating the console's UI. Cards give you a glimpse into everything going on, like news, game activity, and what your friends are up to, and it'll have unique integration into certain PS5 games. The big card-based feature is activities, which are a way to track what you have and haven't done within the game you're playing. It acts kind of like the PlayStation's very own quest log. This is a nifty feature for completionists and trophy hunters, as it's a quick way to get a bird's eye view of what you haven't done yet in a game, such as showing objectives you haven't completed yet, or even teleporting you in the game to a specific objective. It even gives you an idea of how long it'll take to achieve that objective. So, say you have to call your mom in a half an hour. This feature gives you a quick look into how much time you'll actually need to complete your objective, rather than having to stop halfway through, unfulfilled and anxious through the entire conversation with your mom because you're thinking about wanting to get back to it. Giving a new and literal meaning to saying just 2 more minutes to the nagging sibling, parent, dog, whatever. Number 4. Picture-in-picture. Cards can also be placed on the screen while you're playing, either snapping to certain sides or working as picture-in-picture. You'll be able to view objectives from your activity list directly on screen without having to interrupt your game and maneuver other menu screens. There's also a new game help feature for active PlayStation Plus members that offers in-game guidance to achieve certain goals, like giving you hints with screenshots and videos, and it can be snapped on the screen alongside your game so you don't have to leave and go searching online for a walkthrough. Number 5. Friend stuff. Continuing the emphasis on keeping the game front and center, now when friends invite you to chat rooms, you can do it all with your game running in the background. Previously with the PS4, getting an invitation would interrupt your game, requiring you to go to another menu screen where you'd enter chat, but no more. Additionally, interacting with your friends, like hopping into their games, inviting them to chat rooms, or sharing a screenshot with them, can all be done through cards in the control center, including the share screen option. The card feature lets you snap a live feed of their gameplay on your screen. So now you can watch your friends get destroyed at Demon Souls while you gallantly swing through NYC in Spider-Man Miles Morales. Number 6. The Create button. Zero interruption is the name of the game here in the PS5's UI. And pressing the Create button brings up a minimalist option bar at the bottom of the screen with the option to capture something that had just happened, a screenshot, or begin recording gameplay. Number 7. The Home screen. While there's a lot of talk of its control center and card UI, the home screen, of course, makes a return, but with a facelift no less. If you're starting your console up fresh, the home screen is where you'll land. It's where you'll go if you want to start another game or download a new one. This time around, media has its own separate menu from games, rather than being all bunched together like on the PS4. Each game and application has its own integrated hub to explore information, which is a much-needed upgrade to the PS4's feature of pressing down on a game and getting a bunched-up, convoluted look at news, trophies, and friend activity. This new design seems much more breathable. Number 8. Explore. Explore is a new option to the PS5 that brings together all of your games, shows news stories, and trending media. However, the feature is still being tested out, so just be aware that it won't be available to every user on day one. Number 9. The PlayStation Store. PlayStation Store is now integrated in the menu experience, as opposed to being its own separate app, making exploring, shopping, and finding new games a quicker, more intuitive experience without ever having to leave the PS5's home screen. There's 9 of the biggest changes we saw from the PS5 UI. Needless to say, it's entirely different, and we'll of course know a lot more once we get hands-on with the thing. So, keep your eyes here on GameSpot, and while you're at it, check out Generation Next. It's the show about next-generation consoles. This was Kurt. Happy gaming. Tell someone you love them.